All right. What up, guys? So, super excited to share this video with you. Back in May of this year, I had the most incredible experience and opportunity when I got to spend a day with and shadow one of my mentors, Gary V. What made this experience extra special for me was the fact that Gary was, quite frankly, the main inspiration and reason why I started my Watch Me Amazon account. I've been selling on Amazon now for the last 5 years, but in December of last year, I was randomly watching a Gary V YouTube video, and it inspired me to create Watch Me Amazon and just start documenting my journey as an Amazon seller with you guys. So I was just completely blown away that, 5-6 months after starting my page, here I am in New York City at Vayner, across the desk from Gary, discussing all things Amazon and flipping and retail arbitrage and 2017 Flip Challenge. It was definitely an experience that I am not going to forget. I am super grateful for it, and I am just excited to share this video with you guys. So hope you like it. Hope you get some value from it. Thank you for watching, and peace out. How many times a day get stopped for pictures?
It runs the gamut. I mean, as you can tell, I'm never really outside, but like a stunning amount considering I'm not outside a lot,
7, 9 on like a regular day.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
And that's like a day when you're not in airports and stuff.
Yeah,
right.
Ever none of the new Fordhams in?
Never.
Never.
I will never, ever. Never. Till the day I die. It's too flattering.
Yeah.
I can't look at it any other way, right? I love interacting with people, and I'm thankful for it, and I always enjoyed it, so it's been a really easy transition,
Well, you inspired me to be social. I wasn't really posting anything until I saw you talk about the 2017 Flip Challenge.
Yes.
And that's what I do. I sell on Amazon. I've been doing it for like the last 5 years.
Yes.
I was like, oh, this is interesting. Let me see what's going on. And I saw there was no big seller. No one really who was an Amazon seller or eBay seller really had a big social presence.
Yes.
And I was like, let me start fucking around with that. And there was a video that you were talking about, don't create content, because I'm not good at creating
don't
content.
document.
Just document what you're doing,
Yep.
So I started doing that in January, and it's been awesome ever since.
It's the game, right?
Yeah, built up a nice little following in the last couple of months.
Which makes them buy your shit, right?
But I'm not like promoting my
No, it
my
happens.
store or
It
anything,
happens through osmosis. And you've got connected with others and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, so.
What's up, man?
Such a pleasure.
Thanks for
things?
having us.
I don't think people really understand that the DNA of the hustle and the grind and the flip is actually about to win way more now than the kids that think they're gonna go buy the books and go through the system. And that should be the greatest fucking thing you've ever heard in your life if you actually believe me. So that's like my energy. That's why I wanted to have this. Like, if I can get one of you fucking kids to actually believe me, then this is ROI positive for me. Then I'll get some good email from you in like 15 years and be like, yo, that was a good trip. I'm really glad you said that. It changed my mindset. That's really what I'm trying to get out of here. And I think you guys know something about me. You don't know me, I don't know you, right? I wish you knew how much I believe that. How much I could give a fuck to inspire some kids. I'm being really serious with you. I'm not checking a box to feel good about myself or do the right thing. I just believe it. And I think it'll be ROI positive for me because I actually think one of you is gonna hear me, go do shit, and then wanna do shit with me in 10 years and do business together. So I just really, really wanna make sure I set the stage for this conversation. I'm not checking any boxes here other than being selfish because I actually believe in what I'm saying, believe you guys actually have the advantage that you don't realize, and just think that's gonna manifest and it's gonna work out for me in 15 or 20 years. That's my truth. So, and I think that's powerful, right? Like when I think about that, I'm like, that's way cooler than like, I want to be a nice guy and help some school. Like, nobody wants pandering, right? You don't want pandering. Like the number one thing in life that I fought my whole life was handouts, or like I went into my dad's family liquor store business when I knew I could have done bigger things, just to make sure I never had it over my head that he did good by me. I needed to check that box and be even with him. So I'm visceral to like anybody doing anything for me. The only thing I want to do for you here is to wake you the fuck up of how much advantage you have against the market, because you got one of these, then you're in the game. If you don't, that's different. If you don't have a smartphone, then I get quiet. But if you do, you're in the game in a real way. You know, you guys know this. There's fucking kids fucking flipping sneakers on Instagram making more money than half the fucking people that work for me in this company. But are you willing to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and be online for 2 hours? You know what to do. We know. It's just people aren't willing to work. That's it. It's a binary game. But it's real. It's so real, it's crazy. You know, I was on Breakfast Club, and Envy called me out. You see that? Yeah. You guys saw it? Did you see the part where Envy's like, okay, cool, stop motivating, give me something real? And I was like, go to the dollar store and buy shit and sell it on eBay. Like that whole thing, it turned into this whole thing. I started this video called the 2017 Flip Challenge. I'm getting the craziest fucking emails. Like just people that are like, I'm on welfare. I make $5 an hour. Like, and now I'm going to Marshall's and making $1,000 a week. Just real. I just think people aren't willing to work. I think it's much more fun to be mad at the system. My employees love to be mad at me. They love blaming me. They love blaming me. They're like, it's fucked up because I'm like, no, here's what's actually happening. And they're like, you know, we fired 60 people because I felt the company was getting fat and slow. And so I fired 60 people. One guy that night came up to me and he's like, you said we fired people because, you know, we're fat and slow and not working hard enough. Like, fuck you. Like, I have good relationships with you can see my vibe, right? They feel comfortable saying shit like that to me. Literally, he was like, fuck you. Like, me and my team, we're working fucking 13 hours a day. I said, I know. I said, the reason you're working 13 hours a day is because you guys aren't getting rid of the 8 people on your team that suck shit because you're friends with them. So, you know, like, that's just the truth, right? So, like, to me, here's the truth in your situation. You can make a lot of money and live whatever the fucking life you want as long as you got this, because this is so ridiculously powerful and nobody gives a fuck who you are on this. You don't have to impress anyone. You don't have to have the grades. You don't have to do nothing. I think that's powerful. And like, whether that means you want to storytell, be in fashion, flip stuff, like, there's just no excuse anymore. It's crazy. That's it. Some dude emailed me at $11 when he heard the Envy thing. 11. He's making $1,000 a month now. Marshalls and TJ Maxx. He just listened to me, downloaded the Amazon app. Instead of playing Madden for 4 hours a day, he goes to TJ Maxx and Marshalls and he scans every fucking product. And with the first $11, he bought some sort of shirt that was $4 cost and he sold it for $17 on eBay and he built the whole thing. Yeah. It's crazy, just real.
And they scan it with an app?
Yeah, download the Amazon app. You scan stuff, you see what it costs. Right? I mean, look, actually, fuck, you're here. Tell them. Tell them who you are and what you're doing here.
Well, I actually met Gary through the 2017 Flip Challenge. My family came from Russia like his parents did. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, high school dropout.
I came from Russia too.
Yeah.
I was born there.
Pops died when I was 12 years old, high school dropout, wasted my 20s pretty much just chilling and doing nothing productive. 5 years ago I got into the Amazon game, just hustling and flipping and putting in those long hours, 14, 15-hour days. I had less than $11 when I started. I was $100,000 in debt, owed the IRS money, just lost friends. My girlfriend kicked me out of the house. 5 years doing Amazon, I grossed $14 million in sales last year.
It's called retail arbitrage, right?
There's a lot of different business models that you can do. One of them is retail arbitrage, where you just go into stores and scan what they have in the store, see what it's selling for on Amazon and eBay, and there might be a little profit. You might be buying something for 10 and someone's selling it on Amazon or on eBay for 20, and there might be $3-4 left in it, profit for you, and you just scale that out. You go from one item to 2 to 5 to 10 to 20, and you build an awesome business for yourself.
You get lucky, right? Luck plays into, you go to a dollar store, they got some weird thing by accident, you buy it for $1, it's going for $11. All of a sudden you can buy 40 of them. You look that up.
Yeah. But it sounds easy and it sounds sexy.
Oh, it's super hard.
The important thing is the hustle. You know, like he said, this guy with $11 was waking up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, you gotta go TJ Maxx, buy something, take it home, post it, get it on Amazon or eBay, ship it for $4. People are like, fuck that. Right? That's what people, fuck that. Without realizing that once you get your game tight.
You're doing it at scale.
Yeah, you can do it at scale. You also start getting an eye, right? Like I just even look at the jacket you're wearing, I'm like, okay, this kid he should be going to thrift stores, using his eye, buying shit for $2 and then marketing it on Etsy for $29 as fucking, fashion.
Yeah, my average profit on an item is probably $4 or $5, but you start out.
What do you start with?
In terms of what kind of item you started with?
Yeah, so 5 years ago, like what's the first fucking thing you did?
My boy owned a salon, a beauty salon, and he was doing Amazon with like beauty products that he was getting through his beauty salon. He gave me a job. I went to work for him. I was taking the catalogs of different wholesale suppliers that he was working with and just doing the arbitrage, seeing what they're selling for from the wholesalers, what they're selling for on Amazon, and just picking out the 1% of items that make, $4, $5, and you add that to your list, and you go from, 1 sale a day to 2 sales a day to 5 sales a day. We're probably doing over 1,000 sales a day right now, and it's peanuts, $4 or $5 an item, but when you do it on scale, it adds up. And I was able to build an awesome business. I
saw something on your social, like at first you packed it in your house, then you had it in your backyard, now you have a warehouse.
When I started, we rented a little 2-bedroom house that was probably the size of this conference room, and we were just working out of that room, just me and my boy, buying stuff, packing stuff, shipping stuff to Amazon all day long, 12, 14, 15 hours a day, and just scaled that, just kept going.
What else is in your world? Like what else you think about?
Like me?
Yeah.
Like me personally?
Please.
Like since me coming into high school,
yeah,
I developed on so many times like contracting. I used to do like sneaker things, like design art. So I'm like, I really don't know like what direction to go because I have like so many talents, but it's just like so many capabilities. So I'm just like right now just living, just to see what's going on. Like I'm doing opportunities. Like I be trying to do sneakers, trying to get the clothing line started. Try to do a whole lot of stuff, but it's just like.
Are you enjoying it?
Actually, like what I really enjoy, like I'm a mentor. I like helping people.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm really trying to get into. But like right now, I really don't know my direction. So like I'm just.
Maybe that's the direction. A lot of times I think the doing is the direction. Right? Like the reason I asked you if you're happy is if it's going good, like if you're happy, there's almost nothing to say. Right? Like I think, I think taste, when I hear that was just what I said earlier, right? Like try shit. Like if you're mentoring and sneakers and trying to start, like you're doing shit. If you're actually doing it. To me, the thing is, I know a kid, friend of mine, who's had a similar thing, and I was like, cool. And I asked one more question. I realized he was doing it for 45 minutes a day. But he had crazy ambitions. How many hours a day?
15, 16.
Yeah, that's the only way. Now, you got school and you got some other shit you got to take care of. But there's a lot of time.
Can I add something to what you said?
Please, you just went through living it.
So if you don't fail on your next 5, 10, 15 attempts at whatever, you're not going to get to that next step to find what you love. So if you're just sitting and thinking about what am I going to do, what am I good at, what's my passion, and never actually do something, you'll get nowhere. But if you say, let me try this, I love the sneaker thing, and you fail on it, good. You'll be done with it, and you'll go on to the next and on to the next. And if you look at the one thing I notice, and I'm sure you guys will agree, from anyone who's successful in anything, whether it's a business guy like Gary or an artist or anybody who's successful, the one thing they all have in common is they failed 99% of the time before they have a hit song, before they have a good business, before.
Or they just worked, right? Like I would tell you straight up, I didn't fail a whole lot other than school because I knew that's what I was not going to do. It's just that people don't realize that LeBron fucking took 4,000 shots in a day in 4th grade. You know, like, what do you think they're doing? Like, listen, you guys know, this is what I saw at Mount Ida. I was like, fuck, man, some of these kids are athletic freaks. But then they were just smoking blunts all day. I was like, oh, that's why didn't they make, now I understand. They weren't waking up at 5:30 in the morning, running, fucking hitting the gym, and then shooting for 9 hours a day. All my, like 50% of the kids in my suite, 301, they're like, I'm gonna be a rapper. Like, they didn't write all day. They never tried to get into studio. Like, they didn't do shit. They talked shit. Gotta do.
Worst thing you can do is do nothing.
Pondering, complaining, dreaming. It's one and the same. If you're dreaming or if you're complaining, it's the same shit. It means you're just not doing shit.